Hello YouTube, I am back here doing a reaction to Róisín Murphy's new album, Róisín Machine. So I have heard about this album, and I've heard about her only because of the singles coming up towards this album. She's kind of been a face in this like disco / house scene for about 15 years, I'd say. Alejandro, you had requested or kind of suggested this album to me on the basis of how much I love Jessie Ware's new record, What's Your Pleasure? And fair enough, I can understand that. From listening to the singles from this album, I've listened to Narcissus, Something More, I've listened to Murphy's Law, and I've listened to Incapable. I haven't listened to them like that many times, because these are like 8-9 minute tracks. I kind of just need to be in that setting for it. And also, sometimes I'm not really a big fan of listening to singles when I know the album's going to come out at some point. So after this album, undeniably, I'll probably listen to these tracks a lot more than I already have, depending on the outcome. But I have a feeling that the outcome is going to be good for this one. So without further ado, let's just fucking get into this. It comes in as if it's a fucking Godspeed You album. Very intense strings. Huh. Very ambient soundscape here. Building up. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh fuck. You're already right. I don't even have to hear the whole song yet to know it's coming in. Okay. Okay, the bass is kind of coming in the back. And there's this little... Okay. 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 Oh, okay. Now the bass is sort of changing. It's building up. Okay. Oh. This now it seems like, okay, you've warned us, we're going into your wildest dreams, and now we're going through. This is the pathway through. I really like the vocals in this. Although it's really in the background, it's like it's ghostly. You're trying to speak through this like noise. I like that. Okay, there's the hit. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow, a very eerie way to end out this track. But I mean, when you're trying to say that the world's a simulation, it's pretty eerie regardless. Simulation there, that's the first track out of this album. First off, again, right, this is a decently length album, but because the songs naturally are all longer, they kind of, have their own, like, this progressive idea, right? Like, what you're starting with is not what you're ending with, although there is this kind of repetitive backing that holds the whole thing together still. Yeah, first song, 8.5 minutes. I think this is cool. I do like it. It's a very low-key start, or based off of what my expectations were. This isn't coming in hard, coming in full stop here, but it's a good leeway into the record. And like I said too, I do like the lyrical content. I'm not expecting anything heavy here. It knows what it wants to say, and it says it. Makes me feel like I'm entering into this world with the music. There is definitely variances instrumentally in the back. That's something that's really important with this house or disco music, right? Is that when you're listening to it, you're not just picking up on one specific beat or one specific noise. It kind of, you have to focus on something differently, because that, they make sure to have those cues. Okay, this is the specific part that's going to change melodically, or maybe I'm going to put a different rhythm to this. And it works. I do like this. All right, let's see what we got next. Is this trying to allude about death? I think that's what this is trying to allude to. You made me wait to die, so I've already kind of given up on you. Okay. These songs are definitely long. They set you in these one sections for a while. Yeah, this song kind of sounds like someone having an existential crisis. I keep doing what I have to do. Like just doing the repetition of life, and you're like, okay, I'm still doing this. What is this doing? Oh, I like this. Okay. But no breakdowns. You do that intentionally, though. You do it intentionally. It's clever. There's one more prize you're left to get. I think that she's saying the prize is death. Alright, King of Events, second track, another long one here. I'm assuming all of them are going to be long. I haven't looked at all the lengths of them. This is another 6-minute track, but again, from the singles I've heard, I know that these are like intense disco tracks, that you dance and have a good time, but the start of this album is really odd. I do like these songs. I like this song. I think I like this song a little bit more than the first song too, but it's not what I expected coming into this record. The cool thing about this song, or about both songs too, is like it seems like there's this intention of a breakdown, but that breakdown never happens. Obviously you can tell that that's the intention of the song, because at the same point there's an environment here. Musically, there's an environment that when you listen to this song, you're in that soundscape, because there's enough working pieces going on. You're in an environment. Sometimes, popular, I'm just comparing this to like pop music, generic popular music. There's not an environment that you can just settle in, I guess, because there's not enough going on, right? There's not enough, especially too, the production here is like top tier still. So yeah, I like this also too. I do like it's sort of narrative content again. First song, we're in a simulation. Second song is like, hey, we die and everything is just repeating, and I'm doing this again. I keep waking up at 6 a.m. every day. I remember when I was young and like blah, blah, blah. And here we go. This is my final like reprieve, basically. Again, so this is odd. This is odd for sure, but I'm digging it. Next track here. Now, third track of the album, right? I can already tell this is a concept album now too. Third song, she's saying, I want something more. Something more than what you've been given in life, I'm assuming. beat sounds like it's accompanied from a different room at a party. Oh, okay. Ooh. That sounds very nice. Nice. Some like hedonistic desires, having all the pleasure you can get in your life. Nice. That just keeps me wanting. Wow, that's nice. It's funny though, because you know she's obviously saying things that she doesn't even have in her real life now. But even if she did have it, it wouldn't be enough. Nothing will ever be enough for us, realistically. Now it sounds like smoke's being released from like, you know, a concert in the background. Again, another song that doesn't really have much of a breakdown at all. But again, there still is variation, there's still a little bit of excitement that comes in maybe the last 2 minutes, but I'm really engaging with this record though, regardless. I mean, like I said earlier, the repetition kind of gives us environmental like space to come into, and the lyricism, again, I'm really liking on this song. Sort of just discussing if, you know, if I had everything in the world, I would still want something more, you know, but this something more that she speaks of is unbeknownst to the whole world, in the sense like, what is this something more? This something more that's gonna save us from ourselves. It's not really anything there, but she still goes down this path of suggesting, you know, like, I'm living my life, doing what I want to do. Like, I'm not sitting here going, oh shit, like, you know, I need to do something more, you know, because I'm not fulfilled. That's not fully what the point is that just that we could do all these stupid things we want in our life, but at the end of it all, there's always going to be something missing, regardless. You know what I mean? It's not entirely about this fulfillment of life, but there's always going to be something more. How could you? How could you? Our ice cream's not melted yet. Why don't you conceive? Okay. Microdose when I long to see how high we can get. When my body's being fulfilled, and keep a good time, and keep a good time. I can be selfish, Mademoiselle. Interesting. She's talking about being selfish, Mademoiselle. The song's called Shellfish. Not really much engagement with the backing of the song. String work comes in, the piano comes in. I feel like that's nice though. Life is too short. She keeps bringing it back to this though. It really does. Alright, Shellfish, Mademoiselle. This song is probably my least favorite track of all the songs here so far. I still think it's good, but this feels more of like an interlude compared to the other tracks, just in the sense this is shorter. The repetition isn't as varied. Its narrative isn't also as engaging, but I still fuck with this. I'm still fucking with this. It's hard to really garner a reaction in a way because I'm consistently vibing, but nothing. I'm trying to like get set into this world and sort of understand it. Yeah, let's see what else we got in store.
We should have got it together. Well, it's nice.
Okay, this is the one. This is the one.
It's nice to be wanted. Never had a broken heart. Never seen it fall apart. Haven't got a broken dream. Not that into crazy scene. Don't know where I get the strength. When I go out of my head. Never had a broken heart. Am I incapable of love?
Oh.
I must be incapable of love.
Oh, you think that's why?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Same girl.
I don't know if I can love in all honesty. But I'm incapable.
Ooh, that's a nice little breakdown there. Okay, Incapable. This is a single from the album as well, but I recall there was a longer version released as well. This would have been last year, I guess. But here, the song that they put on the album anyways, I fuck with this. I think it's pretty cool. The lyrical content here as well, I'm kind of liking. It's sort of this song where she's kind of just, saying like, hey, like I feel like I can't fall in love because I don't understand how it feels to like not be given love. You know what I mean? But I have this fear, like this fear that, like I'm incapable of loving, like, and I want to love. And, it's one of those things where she's basically saying that she's deflected this ability for protection. She's never had her heart broken because she's made sure she's never got her heart broken. You know what I mean? Deflection of that love. I fuck with that. It's cool. Oh yeah, now this just sounds like a straight up like house mix or something. Like full 5 minutes doesn't matter, you're gonna be vibing. Oh. Well, that's nice. I like that. It's cool. Nice. It's cool. Alright, we got together. This is just a nice, like, repetitive house track. I was having a fucking ball listening to that. This is the song that has, like, a consistent energy, right? The other ones sort of, it's still progressive, it's still okay, like, the beginning, middle, end. This one's sort of like, we got together, and that's all. That's all you have to know. It's all.
I guess I'd rather be alone than making do and mending. I think maybe I've outgrown.
I love this song, actually, from the single. Yeah,
I see you almost every day. We play.
Oh, this is fucking. Oh.
Ever since we broke up, I've
that something's gonna go wrong. It's definitely gonna fucking go wrong. Shit. What? Wow. Shit. Oh yeah. Shit. All our hard work is going down the drain. Boys, eh? Okay, Murphy's Law. This is probably the single that I know like the best. Like that's why I was fucking vibing. That's why I was fucking hyped. Yeah. What else am I supposed to say about this album? I mean, first off, this is definitely, you know, the single song out of here that works within its disco like beats. It's not trying to be low key. It's not trying to have some like intense meaning. It's just trying to be fun, but it still has this like sort of idea around a relationship, and like, you know, once you're out of a relationship and you're trying to make things work, but then you expect the worst, so then the worst end up coming. So yeah, I love it. I love, like, she has a voice, she has a personality here within all these tracks that I've listened to. And I'm really grabbing onto this. I really am. There's 3 tracks left. Let's fucking go. Wow. Okay. Change the game. You change the game.
Everyone knows that I want your body. I knew the way.
There is like a soul to like how like she sings sometimes too, which is pretty cool. Okay, Game Changer. This kind of reminds me of Shellfish, Mademoiselle in the sense of it being like this low-key track that slightly feels like an interlude compared to the other grander tracks. Cool lyrical content again, sort of comparing, you know, two people in a relationship or trying to be in love, or, you know, in the talking stage, whatever, as a game, you know what I mean? They're vying for power, for the eventual outcome. Yeah, it's cool. I'm finding it interesting though, like where that is in the track listing for 8. Everything feels kind of balanced. So cool. Tight track listing. I always love tight track listing. Narcissus. Like the homie from the mythic tale. Okay. Narcissistic glory to be all alone. Hey. Citizen Kane reference. Such an odd ending compared to the song. So Narcissus, this is probably the lowest impact song on here for me. But I've heard this song before. This is a single. I don't like some of the transitions. I think the lyrical content is good. I still think like the song is good in and of itself. But like I said, its consistency is different from the other tracks. What the fuck? What? Holy shit!
This is the darkest side of a beautiful feeling. Born out of the jealous time. You dominate my mind. Oh yes, you know you do. The jealous kind.
Oh, the guitar is like. Here we go, here's another breakdown. Oh my god. Ooh, I like that. Okay, Jealousy, on here, this last track on the album, and I fuck with this. This is just high, engaging energy. It never stops. Fuck, I love it. First reaction on this album, I think there's no denying that I think this is great. This is great. I don't think I can compare this the same to Jessie Ware. Firstly, to Jessie Ware, I find them more catchy. They're less progressive, right? They're really pop-centered as tracks. This album really isn't like that. This is still got that progressive, like techno slash house aspects to it. Like I said, you know, getting into this record. But it still works. I think really what sells this record too is how it is as a whole. How it's got this energy throughout. You kind of have to know what you're getting into. Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. I'm thinking I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10 right now. I have to give it an 8 out of 10. Over half of these tracks are awesome, and even if they're not as consistent as the other tracks on this album, the other ones, I all think are quite good as well. I'm assuming, I feel like 8 out of 10 is probably going to be the final outcome after I listen to this a few more times. I don't know if I can see it getting any higher, but I will let you know when the time comes. Alrighty, so I've listened to this new album, Róisín Machine by Róisín Murphy, now quite a few times. It took a while for it to stick through, but my opinion is still the same for my first reaction, to be honest. I think this is a great record. Potentially there is consistency like differences, you know, like there is some songs that I like a lot more than other songs, and although this is a 54-minute album, which is, you know, standard, this feels increasingly long. It's 10 tracks, 6-7 minutes long average length, but you fuck with it, you rock with it. I mean, the longest songs on here are quite honestly my favorites. Lyrical content here, thematic content, I think is engaging as well, but it's not always or really the source of the enjoyment at the end, which I've kind of gathered after multiple listens. But yeah, this is, again, the second album I've listened to this year that's sort of rebirthed new disco. I still have not listened to the Kylie Minogue album, so if you want to see a reaction to that, please let me know. Anyways, yeah, let me know if there's anything else y'all want to see me react to. And thank you for watching. Peace.